Hey guys, this is Nick, and I'm here to give you a short review of the book I just listened to. So the book I just finished was the series Wave It All, Book 1, Heavy, written by J.J. Thorn, narrated by Gabriel Vaughn, published by Tantor Audio. Overall, solid book. It definitely has potential for a brand new series, which is always something that I'm definitely interested in when I'm looking for a new book. So this book basically follows a main character named Terrence on his adventure to become a dungeon conqueror. One thing I liked about this world, it's based off an affinity system. About 1/3 of the population gets affinities, and they're all different types of affinities. So it's not the standard all elemental. They have that, of course, but there's just like flower, nature, and as well as some other surprises that you'll see in the book. And this follows him getting his affinity and then going to school, because everyone that gets an affinity in this book goes to school to learn how to use it. So this follows him when he's at school, and of course he meets enemies and friends and just goes about daily life with teachers and classes and all of the things that a normal student would do in this world. One thing that I would say this book is lacking is fight scenes. So it's not a very attack oriented series, but I do see definitely potential for that later on in the next couple books, particularly with dungeon diving as well as tournaments that they foreshadow in the next books. This book was mainly designed, I feel like, to help get everyone to know the world, how the affinities work, and meeting the main characters. So for what it was, they did a very good job as that. I do wish it was a little longer. It was roughly a little over 8 hours, so that I could get all that information, because it was good enough. I wanted to know more. I wanted to be involved in this world longer, which is always something I'm looking for when I'm listening to a book. I don't want it to stop, which I feel like this was one of those books. It has great potential for the next series. I'm super excited about it. It actually comes out on the next series. Comes out on the 27th of this month of July of 2021. So I hopefully will be reviewing that shortly after that date, depending on how everything else works out in real world. But my thoughts overall, in conclusion, not a very crunchy book. It doesn't give a lot of stats, so it definitely leans more towards game lit than LitRPG, and how they have to cultivate by doing the same skill over and over again to get progression. And one thing I also like about this book is the main character is not overpowered. It's no Mary Jane. He doesn't obviously have the best affinity. You'll learn more in the book about what affinity he does get, but it's just not a traditional one. And he has to figure out how to make that work in his dream of becoming a dungeon conqueror, and which is one thing that I'm also interested in him learning. It has great potential for a great series, and I'm excited for it. That being said, that was my short review. I hope you pick up this book. It's definitely worth a credit, in my opinion, on Audible or any other book audio platforms. And if you would like and subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And this is Nick signing out. Thank you so much.